Now we are discussing about assumptions of ABA using classical and operant conditioning. So, what is behavior analysis? Behavior is what we do and what we observe, and analysis is we are understanding behavior by analyzing it. Why is it happening? Where is it happening? And when is it happening? So here we follow applied behavior analysis. On the other hand, it is focused on applying these behavior principles to real world situations using classical conditioning and operant conditioning. What is this classical conditioning and operant conditioning? Who gave these conditionings? Classical conditioning was spoken by Ivan Pavlov. He is a Russian physiologist. He spoke about conditioning. It is a process that involves creating an association between a naturally existing stimulus and a previously neutral one. For understanding the classical conditioning process involves pairing a previously neutral stimulus such as the sound of a bell with an unconditional stimulus, the taste of food. That means previously the taste of a food was very normal when it was conditioned by using a bell sound. So previously the dog was salivating by seeing the food. Now, after conditioning the food with a bell sound, now the dog salivates by hearing the bell sound. So that bell sound will be conditioned stimulus, and dog salivating for that conditional stimulus is a conditional response. Now we talk about operant conditioning. Operant conditioning was given by B.F. Skinner, an American psychologist. He first spoke about operant conditioning. It is also known as instrumental conditioning. In operant conditioning, it is mainly a reinforcement, either it is positive or negative, and punishment. It mainly follows a behavior to strengthen or weaken that behavior to occur very rarely or frequently. So there are positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement and punishment. Here positive, negative and punishment are not negative terms, yeah, positive terms, but these are kind of reinforcement named in such a way that positive reinforcement enhances a behavior to occur again and again. And negative reinforcement, this is also a kind of reinforcement where the behavior is likely to happen less. And punishment, which allows a person to stop that behavior. It means this punishment is not like beating or criticizing, but punishment is not allowing the child to the desired activities or food to decrease that undesirable behavior. That is a kind of punishment which increases a acceptable behavior. For example, in schools the conditioning happens when it repeats again and again. For example, whenever a child comes late, only that day the PTT teacher The PT teacher might check for tidiness, or if there is an exam tomorrow, there may be a power cut today. So these kind of conditionings happen. Sorry, there is so much go around. And uh, reinforcements. There are two reinforcement: positive, negative. Positive reinforcement increases the behavior to happen again and again. Negative reinforcement decreases the behavior to happen in less frequency.